Having won back-to-back Super Bowls and having already locked up the number one seed on the AFC side of the bracket, it would be difficult to really fault Chiefs fans for living in the moment. And when you look at the team and you realize that Patrick Mahomes is so many years into his career and you wonder if he has as many years left as he has already played, and you start wondering if maybe Travis Kelce will be retiring at the end of the season because there are reading tea leaves going on, things like that. It would be very, very easy to live in the moment as a Chiefs fan and basically say, hey, everything's on the table, right? But there are signs this season worth looking forward to the future. Xavier Worthy, for one, Rashee Rice hopefully will come back from that injury and the pending suspension, whatever ends up going on there. And when here's a question that I've had for a little while. Who was the last Kansas City Chief to retire? Honestly, who was the last guy at the end of the season who said, you know what, guys, this is it? It wasn't Eric Fisher. Eric Fisher went on to play for another organization. A lot of these Kansas City Chiefs that have moved on before ultimately deciding to retire. So I think that it's, being in the moment for a Chiefs fan today is very, very easy, but there are signs that the future is bright as well, even if every once in a while the kind of judgment comes up against Brett Veach that he is not drafting well over the past couple seasons. The draft picks that he has taken over the last couple of seasons were onboarding to a Super Bowl team. So it's hard to say that there really should be terribly much playing time. But one of the bright spots this season looking forward for the Kansas City Chiefs is on the defensive side of the ball, being Jaden Hicks. In an article titled, "The Chiefs' Jaden Hicks has gone about it the right way," subtitled, "Kansas City's rookie safety is yet another player the team has developed into an effective defensive back from Arrowhead Pride by Maurice Elston," we get the following. The Kansas City Chiefs' first-year safety, Jaden Hicks, has slowly become an important contributor to the defense. He's appeared in all 16 of the team's games, and since Week 8 has steadily taken a larger and larger role in his rookie season. He's collected 24 tackles, 18 solo, and 2 for loss, and leads the team with 3 interceptions. Leads the team with 3 interceptions, including 1 in each of the last 2 games. From the first day Jaden got here, he's gone about it the right way, safeties coach Donald D'Alicio told reporters on Thursday. He comes in, works hard, and wants to learn. He's got a great attitude, always smiling and happy to be in the building, and he loves football. Hicks faced a steep learning curve as the Chiefs threw their complex defensive system at him. According to D'Alicio, that's exactly what the team intends. When rookies get here, we throw a lot at them early, he explained. It's about seeing what they can handle and how they process things. But over time, it slows down. And I think that's what people are seeing now. Jaden's got the confidence, the reps are starting to come, and he's able to go out there and play fast. Now, this was a very good article from just today on Arrowhead Pride, but there are myriad articles across the interwebs for and about Jaden Hicks. We get this one as well from a couple weeks ago. Chiefs safety Jaden Hicks says he's out of rookie mode after win versus the Texans, from Yahoo Sports by Harold Kuntz. We get the following. The playoffs are near as we've hit Week 16 of the NFL season, and one of the Chiefs rookies is starting to hit their stride. Jaden Hicks has 2 interceptions in the last 2 games, and the Washington State alum is not worried about hitting a rookie wall. I will say it's getting easier. Rookie mode is not really there anymore. I'm becoming older, Hicks said. With an assist from Justin Reed, Hicks secured his 2nd interception in as many games and his 3rd of the season. Justin Reed called it out before the play happened. He said the corner's going to under. slice it, and just stay over the top. So that's what I did. He overthrew it, and I caught it. Hicks' play the last few weeks is impressing defensive coordinator Steve Spagnuolo, or Steve Spagnola, or Steve Spagnoli, however it is, whatever vowel someone decides to put on the end there. His growth process is really what we expected and really what we hoped for. He's got better and better, and he gets more confident every week. You know what I really like about him? When we go through walkthroughs and it's more mental, he is into every snap. He's anticipating things pre-snap. He's doing all those things that you want your safeties to do, Spag said. And Hicks is ready to prove his versatility late in the season. I know what I'm capable of, stuff like that. And when they label me as just a run-stopping safety or something like that, that just fuels me even more, Hicks said. Well, talking about that labeling, one of the wild things that comes up when you talk about Justin Reid on the internet, and I think this is the third or fourth video I've made about him in the last month, everybody has an opinion on Jaden Hicks. I can't tell you how many people have said he was my number one safety in this class. Numerous times, every video I post on Jaden Hicks, someone makes that comment, and I believe them 1,000%. I believe. I don't think they're revisioning their pre-draft rankings, but we do have a little bit of pre-draft reading to go over, and then I want to make a point with it. From PFF, Jaden Hicks was rated as the third safety coming out of Washington State with the tagline, Hicks is a well-built, strong safety who can play at all three levels of the field. He is a tone-setting tackler in his starting potential in two safety systems, especially as a strong safety robber over the middle. A lot of this is basically saying just what Jaden Hicks said there. They label me as a run-stopping safety. So PFF had him ranked as the third safety in this class. Lots of people had him in the top 3. Almost everyone had him in the top 5. But he was not one of the top 5 safeties taken. In fact, Jaden Hicks was the 9th safety taken in the draft, and there were tons of corners taken before him. And so far in his rookie season, he has 3 interceptions, 47 yards on those interceptions, 4 pass deflections, 24 tackles, and 2 tackles for loss. Now, we're going to look at all of the safeties that were taken before him, and there are a few things that will stand out. Tackles, for one. Almost all of them have more tackles than does Jaden Hicks. But if my cursory glance when I was downloading these is correct, there's only one with more interceptions, and that was a guy, Cam Kinchins, who a lot of people thought was going to be a second-round pick, but he went 99th overall. So he's kind of a freak in several. Oh, wow. I missed Kalen Bullock, who has 5 interceptions on the season. That is incredible. Anyway, looking at these safeties, the number 1 safety taken in the NFL draft was Tyler Nubbin out of Minnesota. A lot of people had him as the number 1 safety at the time. He has 98 tackles so far. No interceptions and 1 pass deflection. So if anybody is looking like a run stuffer right now, it's kind of Tyler Nubbin, right? Javon Bullard went 58th overall. He has 85 tackles, no interceptions, 1 pass deflection. Not a whole lot of pass defense going on there. Number 60 overall, Cole Bishop, 37 tackles, slightly more than does Jaden Hicks, no interceptions, 1 pass deflection. Kalen Bullock with 5 interceptions. How did I miss that? 52 tackles, 10 pass deflections. Wow, he's had a great rookie season. I had not kept up with that. That is incredible for the Houston Texans. Tampa Bay Buccaneers Tyke Smith, 52 tackles, 2 interceptions, 7 pass deflections. Cam Kinchins, the 4 interceptions, where's the pass deflections? 6 pass deflections and 53 tackles. Dadrion Taylor Demerson for Arizona, 33 tackles, just barely more, 5 pass deflections, 1 more, no interceptions. Evan Williams, don't mind if I do, number 111 overall, 49 tackles, 3 pass deflections, 1 interception. Malik Mustafa, 71 tackles, 5 pass deflections, 1 interception, and 1 poster, if you remember what I'm talking about. But this turned out to be a very seemingly deep safety class, and it seems so. Jaden Hicks, I believe, was the next pick after the final safety that we talked about there, Malik Mustafa. I think he was the very next pick, just off the top of my head, but was ranked as the 54th overall player by PFF, the number 3 safety. He ended up going slightly outside of the top 100, the 9th overall safety taken, and frankly, at this point, by the statistics, it would be easy to justify him going 9th. But I think that is misleading. Jaden Hicks has had a limited rookie season by design from the Kansas City Chiefs. Reading these articles, it becomes clear and evident once again. The Kansas City Chiefs are throwing things at Jaden Hicks, throwing things at this rookie class, but they are not throwing this rookie class into the boiling water. That is not the plan. That is how the Kansas City Chiefs end up winning 15 games during the course of this season. They don't have to play their rookies, even if those rookies are as talented and as obvious as Jaden Hicks. Jaden Hicks obviously going to be a starter at some point in the future, but when you have players ahead of him, many of whom are also young, but when you have players ahead of him who are more experienced, you might as well put that player in the game, win the game, and then come the playoffs. Well, there's 2 things here. Come the last week of the season, if the player is not consequential, so for example, Hunter Nourzad, not consequential to the success of the team, he gets to play the entire game because you've already won 15 of them. However, going into the playoffs, what we saw last year was the rookies who were starting to come on at the end of the year had bigger roles during those playoff games. So they have an extended rookie season. That is invaluable. There's a tipping point to that invaluability in the veteranness of a roster, right? When you start talking about some of these offensive linemen who are older players, we don't have the problem right now because Joe Thuney is the only guy, and he looks as spry as ever an offensive guard could. But the Eric Fishers of the world, when Eric Fisher was here, that started wearing on him. A shorter offseason, a longer season, there's less time to repair, less time to recover, more games to get through, and the Chiefs have done a really good job of keeping the youth movement together on this team so that it always looks like they're kind of a little bit in rebuild mode. We can go back all the way to that 2022 season, 2021 season, where there was a whole lot of rookie reps all around on this team. And it looked like they were in rebuild mode. And then the very next season, they had one of the best drafts they've ever had. And they were playing a whole lot of rookies, a whole lot of places, a whole lot of the time. That is not ideal, but it's something that ends up happening when you have a top-heavy roster with one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, earning best quarterback in the NFL money, and you have to find players to play around them. It will be interesting to see, in the light of this top-heavy roster, You're talking Chris Jones, Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Joe Thuney. Once this part of the roster starts to churn, are the Chiefs able to replace it? Jaden Hicks certainly makes it seem like that is going to happen. That is all I have for this video. If you like or appreciate what it is that I do here, hitting the like button really does help me out, as it tells YouTube to share this video with other Kansas City Chiefs fans. And if you find yourself here by chance but not design, the Chiefs are the only thing I talk about on this channel, dropping multiple videos every single week, and I hope to have you back for the next one.